In Consumer Watch, some consumer groups want the government to investigate whether advertisers are taking advantage of young kids who use apps.
A new study found ad targeting in 95% of the most downloaded apps for kids 5 and under. CBS News correspondent Anna Werner shows us how parents are taking action.
What's this ad for?
In the Montague household, using apps is a part of everyday life for 4-year-old Elliot and 7-year-old Ethan.
The first thing in the morning when they wake up is they want to use their tablet time for the day.
But what some parents don't realize is how many of their kids' interactive games are littered with ads. University of Michigan assistant professor Dr. Jenny Radesky.
There's a bit of a Wild West right now in terms of the children's app space.
Radesky is the senior author of a new study which looked at more than 100 of the most downloaded apps on Google Play, aimed at children 5 years and under. Researchers found those apps contained a variety of ads, including pop-ups, in-app purchases, and videos that interrupted play. Some of the ads were classified as manipulative, deceptive, and disruptive, with exposure to ads sometimes even surpassing time spent playing the games.
So there might be a little bouncing present or a sparkling snowman. And if you click on that, as you would if you were a 5-year-old, an app ad would often show up.
It absolutely has the intent that the advertisers want. Like the kids will often come and say, I want to download this game, I want this game, I want to try it out.
The study also found that free apps, which may be more often downloaded and played by lower-income children, had a significantly higher prevalence of advertising. In a statement, Google stood by its current policies, saying Play apps primarily directed to children must follow more stringent requirements, including content and ad restrictions. Additionally, Google Play discloses whether an app has advertising or in-app purchases so parents can make informed decisions.
I think the one thing I'd spend more attention on is personally monitoring their tablet time, and not just letting them do it alone.
And Anna is with us now. So, Anna, it's interesting. I wonder, I'm guessing children do not recognize that the ads are different from the game itself. But I wonder, parents, are they really shocked when they now understand that sugary cereals, for example, are just a way to get your kids to be loyal, A, to sugar and to the brand itself, that it's not really about a nutritional, healthy meal, it's more about marketing?
Well, I think part of this is awareness, because I think a lot of parents are not aware that within the games there are things. For example, one of the game cards that they show in this is where it's a screenshot, and they show that there's something that looks like a big, brightly lit birthday cake. And because there's all this stuff in the frame, it looks, to me anyway, like it's part of the game. So you click on it, right? And it turns out that's actually something that's selling something. It's an ad in the shape of a birthday cake, but it doesn't look like an ad. So if you're a parent, it would be very easy, I think, to not be aware of how they are selling your kids. And here's the thing. Children who are 4 or 5 years old, they say, the experts will tell you, that they cannot distinguish between ads and the game. What's more is they often think that because they use a character to sell something, that the character is a friendly, part of the game, an avatar, and they think of these characters as their friends. One of the ones I saw even showed where when you would dismiss this little ad thing that popped up, the character would cry. So you're a child, you're watching, you're saying, "Oh no, I made my character cry because I wouldn't buy this. I'm a horrible person," or whatever. At the age of 5, you're thinking about yourself. But so the point is that okay? And the groups that monitor commercials and kids are basically saying to the FTC, you need to do something about this, because it's, as they say, the Wild West out there. There's nobody telling them what they can and can't do.
Yeah, that's so true. And I know whenever those things pop up, because I have a 7-year-old and she's been on devices since the very beginning. Don't hate me. But, the little X's to dismiss are really these tiny little X's up at the top. I mean, often as adults, you don't even see them.
No, exactly. When you play Words with Friends or something and one of those ads pops up and you're trying to X out of it, and my fat finger, you can't get it.
It's like on your phone. It's like, I can't.
Right, completely. So if it's tough for us, it's obviously going to be tough for them. So then it's up to parents, right? So what can parents do?
So that's the question. Is it up to parents, or should the FTC and government agencies that are supposed to watch over advertising practices do something about it? Because realistically, can you as a parent monitor every 2 minutes whether your child is running into something that looks like part of the game but is really advertising. Are you capable of doing that? I would guess most parents can't do that. You'd have to be the ultimate helicopter parent, literally watching over them the whole time as they play the game.
Well, most of the reason you put them on the device is because you're like, I just need 5 minutes to get dinner ready or something like that, right? So you're hoping that they can stay busy and maybe learn their ABCs or something along those lines.
So, I mean, maybe if you're a parent, you can get familiar with the, with the games that your children are playing and decide if they're 5 or 4 years old, whether you even want them playing that. If there's a lot of selling going on. If you're not worried about it, then, maybe, hey, they get your credit card number in there and you're paying $20 more that week for some reason.
We got about 30 seconds, but I know that we talked a little bit about families requesting the government look into this. What's the response there?
So the FTC says that they are in receipt of the letter that comes from a couple of these groups, but they don't really have any comment right now because they have the letter. That's really all they're going to say.
All this stuff moves at the speed of the internet, so it's hard to know. Like, there's so many things that are changing.
Oh, yep. Somebody's working on the next iteration of ads that we can't detect.
Exactly.
Anna, lots of ads.
Really interesting. Thank you.